Hi everybody, I am Ana Ortiz Wienken. I am a music composer, a film score composer. So I compose the soundtrack music for all of the films, theater, musicals, and advertisement and media. And right now you're listening to David on Underground Press.
Hello there, South Africa. How are you doing? I welcome tonight Ana Ortiz Wienken. I hope I say that correctly, Ana.
Yes, correct.
Welcome to the Underground Press videocast. Certainly from a repertoire that I've looked at Berklee College alumni, graduate cum laude, film scoring, conducting, music production. You have certainly done it all, and you seem to be one of those people that have just embraced more than one role within this industry. Most notably, when I look at your repertoire and your CV here, certainly also have done amazing music and scores for everybody from Disney to Game of Thrones rescores. Gosh, very impressive. Out of Spain tonight, please introduce yourselves to those people that have not yet heard about Ana Ortiz Wienken.
Thank you so much, David. So everyone, hello. Very nice to meet you all through this online service. I am, as we mentioned before, I am Ana Ortiz Wienken. I am a film score composer. So this means I compose the music soundtrack of all film, TV, advertising, media, even musical theater, everything that has an image engagement and we need music on it. I record and I compose the music for that. So I'm a pianist. I'm a classical pianist. Everything began in there. And then it grew up, my passion for music, to explore more, to develop our musicalistic style and techniques. It grew up into me trying to find what else can we do with music? What's left for us, rather than we already know what we know. We know how Mozart sound, we know all of the classical sounds that we have been playing, but what else is left for us to discover? And this is a lot. So this is what took me into going to film scoring. And yeah, I have been working quite a lot, fortunately, into some record label films, audio productions. Yes. It's been an intricate and amazing journey, and I look forward to keep learning and keep composing for more amazing films.
And Ana, you've certainly also been giving back a lot, because you've been running a lot of these online sessions with your WKMT online scoring and educational sessions, giving back and letting people also feed off your knowledge and experience. I would imagine in this lockdown time that's been absolutely invaluable for a lot of people that are trying to find new ways to make revenue and unlock new areas in the music business that they may have previously had doors closed for them now with this COVID story.
So these sessions, it's a piano music academy, one of the best found in London, in the center of London, in Kensington Gardens. It's called Piano Lessons London by WKMT, West Kensington Music Team. So I am teaching online piano right now, composition, even some film scoring classes. And yes, it has had a very, very positive impact in today's society. We have students from all over the world, London, Madrid. We have a student from South Africa. We have students from the States right now. So it's getting an amazing impact. People are really enjoying and appreciating a lot these classes that we give. We offer also many, let me explain it this way, many resources that have been used in label films. So this is something that the student, any kind of pianistic student or violin player or singer, any kind of student who wants to learn a little bit more about the music industry and also about the music industry business, they can totally enjoy a trial lesson. We've got trial lessons and very, very affordable master classes lessons. So yes, we look forward to engage more people and get to know everyone.
That's obviously taking education to a next level and then optimizing the resource that you have to your disposal to teach people globally. That's phenomenal. How has the industry changed, especially, of course, looking at this challenging time we're in now for techniques in composing, for films, electronic music, synths? It's a completely changing landscape. How have you embraced that of late?
Technology is something that is constantly developing. There's always updates, new material, new methods of scoring, new methods of composing. It's something that's like water. It keeps evolving, it keeps flowing. So as a composer, personally, you gotta adapt to any kind of change and any kind of update that can help you do your work. So my journey with all of this industry, is just seeing what's new, being very, very aware of all my materials, what materials can I update, how can I improve my studio. So right now, what you're seeing right now, this interview, it's in my studio in Madrid. This is the most classically oriented studio. We have the grand piano. I have a very nice microphone to record, a UX Line 2, very basic, and some violins because I like to play violin. So yeah, right now this is the most basic studio concept I have. But the other studios that I have in Los Angeles, in Boston, and pretty soon in New York, they are more modern. We have a very big mixing console, a separate studio just to record a full chamber orchestra. So it's more equipped. But generally, the idea is just to keep changing with the adaptations, with each year's updates, keeping up with that.
So the entire filming industry has obviously grinded to a halt, very much like the live music industry has in terms of performance. So luckily, what you're doing is one of the areas of music that seems least affected. You are still productive, busy. You don't need necessarily a live audience to go and make revenue, which is phenomenal. That's one of the areas of music that's probably growing in this time, as opposed to just sitting still waiting for everything to go on. But how has this time impacted you when it comes to people not being able to complete filming of movies and Netflix series and standing still? I assume you're going to have quite a backlog to catch up on from their side once this all continues again.
Well, it has affected like an 80% of it, because for any kind of film or production genre, we have a different method of producing the music for it. So for example, for animation films, there is no problem at all, because all of the work can be done at home. It's just, the sketches. What I receive, it's just a sketch diagram of the animation characters. But for real action movies, it is a problem, because right now everything is stopped because of this coronavirus situation. And what we're working now is just polishing up the main score, the first credits, which is the part where all of the names of the actors, the producers, the film editors, everyone's name is going to be there, the beginning and the ending credits. So that is a very important aspect of film scoring, and this is what we're covering and working right now at the industry, just polishing up that score, making sure it sounds very well. All of the mock-ups, all of the deliveries are 100% rendered. They are very, very well mixed. So for now, we're trying to adapt to the changes this way, just working on score, polishing up the string section. We can also record remotely. We have been doing this lately with the Orchestra of London. So this is something that's totally capable of making it.
That's phenomenal. That means that you can have a team of people all over the world and everybody's collaborating in real time and making an entire film happen from animation down to the scoring. That's amazing. I mean, you could imagine back in the day that would have been extremely complicated. And it's obviously, when I look at some of the animations that you've worked on, Smallfoot, you've worked on some of the Disney, you've especially been working on some of the short films as well that you've won some awards for. SLAB, tell us about that award-winning project.
SLAB, it's an amazing film. I got to do it. It's an Irish film-based movie. So it was such an adventure to make this score, because it's a thriller. It's a category into the short film thrillers. And luckily, it has gained a lot of international recognition. So with this, I mean, we have won many festivals, the Wexford Film Festival, Bedford Film Festival, all kinds of, short film festivals. We managed to get there. And it's a very intricate film because it's about this parent who has his daughter, and it's a ballet dancer, but she has something on her foot, so she cannot dance anymore. So the parent is gonna make everything possible. He's gonna go to all extreme level, all to extremes, in order to manage and get her daughter dancing. And this takes a lot of blood. It takes a lot of mystery and much nervousness. So this is what the movie is about. And it is an interesting score because it mixes feelings and horror. We have never seen films like this in which there's more feelings involved. The films that we have been looking for now are just horror. There's this demon, or there's this crazy guy who wants to kill someone. But no, in here we involve love, passion, the love of a father and his daughter. So it's a very, very emotionally complicated film. It's very intense.
And obviously scoring something like that is extremely complicated because you don't have your typical, drama scene with a lot more slower paced, back music, as you said, as opposed to the horror movie where it's all action fast, it's loud music. So how did you find the challenge to balance those correctly? Because of course a film score is the number one evoker of emotion. You tell a story as much with the music as you do with the visuals.
Exactly. So it has been, again, a crazy journey. I have adapted my music into mixing the classical organic sound of the orchestra with the modern technology of nowadays. And this means EDM sounds, electronica sounds, and this is one of the few little known methods that we know of scoring for a film. So I really like to play with not the harmonies and the melodies, but more with the feelings, the vibrations, and the frequencies. So this means that the audience not only hears a beautiful melody, they feel the melody. So for example, if we have like a very scary scene, I really pick down the lower frequency ends of the violins or the cellos, and this creates a nervousness effect that the audience really feels that tension. And this is a more involved method of scoring for film. We really put the audience in the spot.
That's fantastic. Tapping into all those visuals and all those senses,
Exactly, yes. So for the violinist, even for people who has to record for the film, this is another challenge because a recording session, it's a very, very tense session. Everyone is present in one studio, we're all clumped together, and the first thing we have is the image of the horror film. So we're all kind of in the darkness. We only see some violin bows and some ends. So it's a very, very creepy atmosphere for some of the players involved in the recording orchestra. So it is also a challenge for them. It's a mental and even spiritual challenge to manage and play as well as they played in this film. Such an intense score.
And for you as a musician, playing piano and playing violin, you also play live. You hold concerts. I see you've played shows all over the world, essentially. So where does that passion for you lie between live musician and scoring?
So the passion grew because when I was very, very young, I had some difficulties of talking to people, getting outside, making friends, communication barriers I had. So I saw that within music, it's a multicultural global language where every single soul understands. So I took my piano and I started composing melodies and expressing how I really feel. So this is how I got into performing. It is just a global method of communicating.
Music is the universal language, absolutely. As a composer, you're also a producer and you're also an artist. So you certainly play in every single sphere of the industry. So what's next for Ana going forward? Where do you see yourself going next from this point?
Well, I have a few big commitments to my future. One of them is keeping with my company, AO Music Productions, keeping composing for film, keep staying in there, and meet new musicians, meet a lot of film directors who want to enjoy this new method of composing, this extravagant and fun method of doing things. Another project that I have in the future is create a music school for children who they are in very, very difficult situations, who need help. So people in orphanages, in rehabilitation centers. I would really like to share the peaceful and safe message that music is there for you and that you're not alone. And there's always going to be someone there with you, and that's either music or me. So
fantastic. And music obviously is also very much used in terms of, patience and all factors of from psychology down to rehabilitation, meditation, so music is obviously very much a tool, a healing factor, and also an educator. So your music obviously has been used in films and a lot of scores and soundtracks. Do you ever see yourself conducting music maybe for other areas that you've not embraced before?
Yes, I totally see that as a new challenge, and I really look forward to keep composing music for more extravagant and extreme styles, and also conducting it. I had the opportunity to conduct some orchestras at Boston, at Berklee College of Music, but I would really love to continue this part of my career in other countries with other projects. We have a very, very nice project coming soon, which is the composition for a feature film with the screenwriter that has won an Oscar awarded screenwriter. And we are very close to starting to record this orchestra in London. So this is something that I look forward into, because this is the first time I'm going out there. It's going to be televised also. It's going to be recorded. Everything that I do, I try to record it. So it's going to be a pretty massive and a pretty epic session. I look forward to that.
Awesome. And obviously keep us posted. From a social media perspective, it's more important than ever keeping those people part of the journey, showing them snippets out of the studio and short videos as you compose, and taking them on the journey. It's more possible and more important than ever. So we look forward to seeing as you progress through this project.
Exactly. I look forward to. Thank you so much.
Anna, thank you so much for chatting to us. It's really been a pleasure, and we wish you absolutely all the best for the future and all these fantastic projects and areas that you're involved in. And we hope that you could at some point work with South Africa and visit South Africa and come play here, or come and produce a piece of music for a movie. It would be fantastic to see that happen.
Beautiful. I really look forward to it also, and to keep working with the South African industry, music and film industry, because as far as I know, it is an excellent industry. Many amazing films have been recorded and produced over there. So I look forward. So all film directors over there, Ana Ortiz is here to compose your music for your film. It's going to be amazing.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Anna. Have a fantastic day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.